Good Friday evening and welcome to the Ncwlife Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And after a rainy overnight and a little bit of rain this morning, things began to clear out. Look at that beautiful sky now as we take a look at the Wenatchee Valley from our Omi Garden Sky-Fi Tower camera. You can still see some lingering fog along the surface, mainly above the river through Wenatchee. But isn't that beautiful? The sunshine filtering through the clouds now, and some pretty impressive rain totals from about midnight to 5:30 this morning. Here in Wenatchee, we picked up a 1/4 of an inch of precipitation. Spokane Airport, almost a 1/2 inch. Also Fairchild Air Force Base over that way, about a 1/2 inch. Ephrata picked up 3/10 of an inch of rain, and over up in Oroville, just 2/100 of an inch of rain. So you can see where most of that rain was through the central part of the state and areas south. Not so much north, but boy, a 1/4 of an inch of rain, we will take it. And more is on the way, folks. We'll tell you all about that coming up a little bit later in your weather forecast. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A fire late Thursday morning completely destroyed a motorhome on State Route 97 north of Orondo. About 1,000 bales of hay weighing 500 tons have burned in the Jameson Lake fire near Mansfield. And Douglas County Sheriff Kevin Morris reports a Waterville woman has died from injuries she received in a car crash earlier this month. But first, we begin tonight. A Chelan County SWAT team raid on a suspected drug house in Wenatchee yesterday afternoon shut down a portion of Mission Street for a period of time. Sheriff Brian Burnett reports in a news release that the raid on the home, located in the 200 block of North Chelan Avenue, was initiated by the Columbia River Drug Task Force after it received several recent complaints of suspected drug activity there. After cordoning off the area, officers arrested 2 28-year-old men for illegal weapons charges. 3 other occupants were also taken into custody. A 3-block section of Chelan Avenue was closed for about an hour while nearby businesses were asked to shelter in place until the incident cleared. A fire late Thursday morning completely destroyed a motorhome on State Route 97 north of Orondo. Fire crews responded to the blaze around 11:45. State Patrol Trooper John Bryant posted this picture and said the RV contained a propane tank and firearm ammunition, which made it difficult to extinguish the blaze. Traffic was blocked on Highway 97 for a little over an hour, with alternating lanes for a time after that. There were no injuries reported in that fire, and fire officials are still determining the cause. About 1,000 bales of hay weighing 500 tons have burned in the Jameson Lake fire near Mansfield. And according to the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, also 3 pieces of farm equipment have been lost or severely damaged in the fire, which is described as naturally caused. No structures have been threatened and there have been no injuries. The remaining stacks of hay will be allowed to burn out naturally, which is expected to result in heavy smoke in that area. The fire is in the 500 block of North Jameson Lake Road and started on Thursday night. The property owners are monitoring that fire. Well, Douglas County Sheriff Kevin Morris reports a Waterville woman has died from injuries she received in a car crash earlier this month. Morris says it happened in the 500 block of Road M Northwest shortly before midnight on October 11th. He says deputies arrived to find 38-year-old Charles T. Basel of Wenatchee and 37-year-old Judy M. Hoffman of Waterville outside their vehicle. Both were transported to Central Washington Hospital. Basel was treated and released. Hoffman, who was the driver, died from her injuries. The sheriff says the accident was alcohol related. Coming up next, a California man was injured late this morning in a semi-truck accident on I-90 near Cle Elum, causing traffic delays. Chelan County had the lowest unemployment rate in the state in September. That according to the latest numbers from the State Employment Security Department. And on the same day, the state Supreme Court upheld most of the state's charter school law. Wenatchee's planned school, Columbia Prep, announced its founding board of directors. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the Ncwlife Evening News.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Eastern Washington. It's a great place to call home and a great time to own a home. It's the ideal place to lay down roots for your family and your future. Gisa Credit Union thinks Eastern Washington is a great place to own a home too. That's why we offer all kinds of home loans with personal attention every step of the way. We're your home. For home loans, we're Gisa Credit Union.
Sir, I pulled you over today to ask you one thing. Is it true that Apple Valley Honda has a free lifetime warranty on every new Honda?
Officer, I'm glad you asked. Our lifetime warranty comes free on all of our new Hondas. That means you won't have to pay a dime for any major expenses. That could save you thousands. And no, you do not have to service with us. It's a great peace of mind, officer.
Wow, my wife and I have wanted the new Accord. We'll see you this weekend.
Welcome back. In other news, a California man was injured late this morning in a semi-truck accident on I-90 near Cle Elum. Washington State Patrol says the accident happened around 10:45 when the eastbound semi lost control, crossed all 3 lanes of the highway, struck the Jersey barrier, and came to rest, blocking 2 lanes of traffic. The interstate was fully reopened around 1 o'clock. The driver of the truck suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was transported to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. He was also charged with speeding. Chelan County had the lowest unemployment rate in the state in September, according to the latest numbers from the State Employment Security Department. At 3.1% unemployed, the county dropped a full percentage point from the August rate of 4.1%. It's the lowest rate recorded in the county for several years, rivaled only by the 3.2% rate recorded last July. Douglas County, meanwhile, was at 3.7% unemployed, and the state as a whole recorded a 4.4% unemployment rate for September. Well, on the same day, the state Supreme Court upheld most of the state's charter school law. Wenatchee's planned school, Columbia Prep, announced its founding board of directors. Columbia Prep, a middle and high school, is expected to open in 2021. Rick Ray will be board chair. Also on the board are Sarah Rolfs, Karen Rutherford, Carla Soto Mullins, and Matt Lyons. One of its first actions will be a public forum on Thursday, November 8th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Veterans Hall in Wenatchee. Teacher unions and civil rights groups had challenged the charter school law, which was passed in 2016, claiming use of public money to fund such schools violated the state constitution. But the Supreme Court, by a 5-4 vote, rejected that argument. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington for 34 years. Arctic provides the finest heating and cooling air quality products for residential and commercial customers, along with prompt and professional customer service. Arctic also offers specialty services like custom sheet metal fabrication of ductwork, coil cleaning, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Arctic is available for emergency calls 24/7. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
Bob's Burgers and Brew in Wenatchee. Only the best.
Hello, and what is up? Welcome to Career Shift Business Edition. I've got 3 choices: certificate, associates, and bachelor's. I'm going associates. And I'm enrolled. Stay alert, this game moves pretty fast. Whoa, exams almost did me in. I'm back on track and picking up speed. And I'm in the home stretch. Degree complete, and I'm ready to go to work. Charter helped me make that career shift. Your turn.
Bob's Burgers and Brew in Wenatchee. only the best.
Thanks to the help I received at Goodwill,
I have a job. I'm working now. Thanks to Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to get you back to work. When you donate to or shop at Goodwill, you're really helping people find work.
Thank you.
Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. Time now for NCW Life's Megan McPherson to fill us in on some of the events going on this weekend.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. The Artifact Haunted Museum Tour is happening now through Saturday at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center from 6 to 9 p.m. This will be a story-driven, live, interactive, dark, and spooky walk through the museum, including some areas normally off-limits to the public. Tickets are $12 at the door. This tour is not suitable for children under 10 years old. Catch a showing of Little Shop of Horrors, which is being presented by Music Theater of Wenatchee and is being performed this Friday and Saturday at the Riverside Playhouse. Get your tickets at numericapack.org. Women's Service League of NCW is holding its annual diaper drive event in conjunction with Make a Difference Day on Saturday. WSL members will be collecting diapers, wipes, baby formula, and cash donations towards the purchase of these items at the following locations: Walmart, Fred Meyer, Albertsons, Martin's Marketplace, and Dutch Bros. The final Wenatchee Valley Farmers Market of the year is this Saturday from 8 to 1 in the west parking lot of Pybus Public Market. Local farmers, artisans, winemakers, bakers, and chefs make up the friendly, hardworking vendors of the market. Eat healthy, eat local, and support your local growers and producers. And finally, Monster Bash 2018 is this Saturday from 10 to 4 at Sage. This is a spectacular family-friendly event featuring trunk or treat, games, prizes, a bouncy house, costume contests, snacks, and more. Proceeds from the event will go towards the needs of Sage clients. For more information on this weekend's events and others, visit the community calendar at ncwlife.com.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. But before we get to those details, and there's some wet details coming your way, let's take a look outside our beautiful weather window this afternoon. Look at this beautiful shot from our Omi Garden Sky-Fi Tower camera. You can see the Wenatchee River and a little bit of a fog bank still hanging over at the surface in the Wenatchee Valley. That's from that storm that's moving out, but still see some blue sky now and some higher clouds out there, and that will make for a decent Friday night. Of course, big football game tonight, homecoming for Wenatchee against Walla Walla, and things look pretty nice. High temperatures, though, really not all that warm once again today, but not too far off for where we should be. Normal is 55 degrees. We were at 54, our high temperature today. Low temperature was on the mild side with the clouds and with that rain. 37 is our normal low. 68, our record high back in 1992. Our record low was 27 in 2002. And look at this, we get to change our precip total for once today. We picked up 1/4 of an inch from midnight until 6 a.m. this morning. We picked up 9/100ths of an inch from that little bit of rain yesterday afternoon and in our evening hours. And now we have a total year to date of 5.06. Sunrise this morning was at 7:36 and will set tonight at 5:53. Let's put that surface loop in motion and show you what you can expect. Let's jump ahead tomorrow at noon. The first wave of moisture did push through. That's what we're seeing in parts of Montana. We will enjoy a mostly sunny and mild day for at least 3/4 of Saturday or so. This is at noon, so get out there and enjoy the sunshine, because by 7 o'clock, that area of low pressure will once again bring some more moisture our way. And notice the yellows and greens just to the southwest of Wenatchee. That's some pretty heavy rainfall that we could expect, maybe even Saturday night. Sunday morning, 8 a.m., rain is likely throughout all of Washington state. It really won't be as heavy as we're going to see, I don't think, Saturday night, but still some persistent rain showers moving through the state on Sunday morning. By Sunday night, we'll see a little bit of a break once again. Partly cloudy skies overnight and dry conditions as that first wave of moisture pushes through. Monday, more of the same, partly cloudy skies. This system is forming out in the Pacific, though, on Monday, and that will bring a few more clouds our way. Tuesday, there we go again with another chance of rain, 40% chance by Tuesday afternoon, mostly cloudy for the most part in our morning hours, but that chance of rain does exist on Tuesday and into Wednesday as well as the system pushes off. Here we are right here, just on the edge of this moisture, a 30% chance of rain for us on Wednesday. But look at this, all of the snow along the Rocky Mountain front and in the panhandle of Idaho. Yeah, snow is moving down as we see storm after storm now move down from the Gulf of Alaska. Let's take a look at your quick lube and tune forecast now. Tonight for the football game, not bad. Bring some jackets and maybe a blanket to sit on. 42 our overnight low. For Saturday, increasing clouds, especially in our afternoon hours tomorrow. 80% chance of rain, 58 your high temperature Saturday. 56 on Sunday, mostly cloudy. Mainly morning rain showers on Sunday, so if you have afternoon plans Sunday, you'll probably be able to get outside and do those. Partly cloudy and dry on Monday. Tuesday, we'll see increasing clouds, a 40% chance of rain. Notice these highs, though, getting a little bit cooler with lows right around 40 degrees. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, a 30% chance of rain. And as we get into next week, mostly cloudy on Thursday, isolated showers with a high then of 56. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the Ncwlife Evening News continues right after this.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solion Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including Ncwlife, your local TV channel. Give Solion Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
I am Dan Coots. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We got news, we got sports, we got weather, we got obscure holiday, today in history, birthdays. Those actresses from the 70s that I had a huge crush on. Lindsay Wagner, Jane Russell, Meryl Streep, Barbara Bush. Wanted to wish her a happy birthday. It gave me an excuse to throw her picture up on my show. Exclusive distributors of Life Water. Now available in the shatterproof plastic bottle.
Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Mornings at 7 o'clock on the Ncwlife channel.
I came here to CVCH because one of my friends referred me. When I met Dr. Jocelyn, she was just amazing. She connected with my son and it meant so much to me. He opens up so quickly because she just sits there and plays with him. It really is like going to see a friend. It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted and respected. It just feels like home.
And now it's a sports update on the Ncwlife channel.
And a happy Finally Friday to you. Cashmere played great defense and shut down Cascade and a 14 win in the Pear Bowl last night. As we open up the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard, the win combined with Omac's 33-14 win over Okanagan in the backyard brawl means a three-way tie for second between Cashmere, Okanagan, and Cascade, who all finished the season at 2-2 in Caribou Trail League play. That necessitates a tiebreaker that'll happen tomorrow in Chelan. Cashmere won the coin toss today, so the first game at 7 o'clock is Okanagan and Cascade, with the winner facing Cashmere to earn the second playoff spot out of the CTL. Also last night, Chelan finished the season with a loss to Riverside, 23-14. Prep soccer last night. Moses Lake capped off the regular season Big Nine championship with a 3-0 win over Eastmont at Moses Lake. The Wildcats will have the number 3 seed and play a district play-in game tomorrow, 1 o'clock against Davis. Hey, don't forget, Saturday's also the District 6 1A tournament at the Apple Bowl, with Chelan facing Okanagan in a loser-out game at 4 o'clock, and then that's followed by the district championship between Cashmere and Cascade at 6. On the Les Schwab Prep volleyball scoreboard last night, Eastmont took over second place in the Big Nine standings with a 3-0 win over Davis, while Wenatchee lost at home to West Valley. The 3-game win over the Wildcats improves the record to 8-3, while the Panthers drop to 7-4. Each has one match remaining, with Wenatchee and Ike on Tuesday. Eastmont's home to Moses Lake next Thursday. In the District 5-6 2B tournament yesterday, Brewster advanced in straight games over White Swan, while Manton dropped to the losers bracket with a 3-0 loss to Kittitas. The Fall State Academic Champions have been announced by the WIAA. Congratulations to the Eastmont boys cross country team. In the 4A category, they're the state GPA champs with a 3.947. Elmira Cooley Heartline repeats as the academic champs in 1B football with a GPA of 3.91. And the Wenatchee girls swim and dive team, the 4A champs in that category with a combined GPA of 3.897. Congratulations on your accomplishments in the classroom and on the field, track, and in the pool. Turning our attention to high school football tonight. The game featured right here on the NCW Life channel has Wenatchee and Walla Walla. It's the Panthers' homecoming game and next to last contest of the regular season. While the Blue Devils are struggling in the Mid-Valley this year, they have some talented players. Wenatchee's Dalton Thomas is going to have to cover one of the best receivers in the Mid-Valley, who is 6 feet 7 inches tall.
Their offense is good. They got a really solid defense. As far as personnel, they got a 6'7" wide receiver, so I'm kind of prepping for him in practice and stuff, expecting some fades and some deep routes. And
yeah, McElvey, I think is his name. 6'7". How do you prepare for that?
It's a lot of.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot in cleats, but you know, don't tell anyone that. I'm just gonna tell them I'm 6 foot if I'm in Berks. But yeah. To prepare for it, I'm just going for the ball a lot in practice because I know that I can win the physical matchup. I think I'm a little bit faster than he is, but once the ball's in the air, I'm just kind of focusing on getting that ball out of his hand and getting my hands in the right position. Now, defensive backs coach Jacob Zier is fully aware this next week's game with Eastmont could be for the district title, but he and the coaching staff have tried to keep the team focused on this week.
It's always a challenge. Throughout the whole year, you're always looking forward to certain games. You know it's on the schedule, but the important thing is to take it one day at a time, take it one play at a time, one rep at a time in practice, because if you look too far in advance, you're going to miss what's right in front of you. So staying focused on what's right now is going to help us get to where we need to be for next week going forward. So just trying to make sure that we're clear about who we're preparing for this week, what we're expecting for this week, but understanding and not shying away from talking about what's coming up. Everybody knows the situation. We all know what's coming up and what to expect, and we're excited for that week, but that's that week, and we're looking forward to this week right now.
Grant and I will have your pregame 6:45 tonight. You'll hear more from Coach Zier as well as Dalton Thomas tonight prior to our 7 o'clock kickoff. Now, Eastmont will try to take another step towards its first Big 9 football title since 2012 when it travels to Moses Lake tonight. The Chiefs struggling at 1-3 in conference this season after winning the past 2 years. Moses Lake has also changed quarterbacks, going from Dominic Signorelli to Logan Spurline. Wildcat coach Michael Don says, well, they've had to prepare for either scenario.
I don't know why. There's been like one game where one kid he's played in 2 games. I don't know if there are other quarterbacks battling injuries. It's not like we get injury reports, so we watch film the same as my defensive coaches ask, is that kid out? What's going on? I don't know. We'll find out Friday whether he's there or not. He's a good athlete, heck of a baseball player, and if he is there, if not, the other kid's a big kid. Stocky 200-pound quarterback, and they've done a good job. As far as Moses Lake and where they've been in the past, they're not what they were, but they still have 27 seniors, and they do play a few young guys, and I think it's just something they're not used to doing. They're not used to playing a lot of sophomores and even juniors. They've been pretty senior dominant for a long time, and but they've played some teams tough, and they've hung in there. They played Ike down to the wire, and we know that they can play sound fundamental football.
Eastmont, Moses Lake kicking off at 7 o'clock tonight. Let's take a look at the rest of the prep football schedule as well. Manson plays at Liberty Bell. Entiat hosts Bridgeport. Waterville Mansfield is on the road at Elmira Cooley Heartline. College football coming up this weekend. It's Eastern Washington hosting Idaho on the red carpet tomorrow at 12:05 to be exact. 15 Washington travels to the Bay Area to face the Cal Bears at 3:30 on FS1. The 14th ranked Washington State Cougars will be at number 24 Stanford tomorrow. That's a 4 o'clock kickoff on the Pac-12 network. And Central Washington is in California to take on Humboldt State tomorrow night at 6. Wenatchee Wild have a couple of home games this weekend at the Town Toyota Center starting tonight. Wenatchee will try to extend its 2-game winning streak against Cowichan Valley. The Capitals in town for a 7 o'clock puck drop. Then tomorrow at 7, it's a rematch of last year's BCL Championship when Prince George comes to town. Also on a programming note, you can watch some hockey this weekend. Coming up on Sunday Fun Day, will feature the Wild and Alberni Valley from last year at 2 o'clock. Then Wenatchee and West Kelowna at 7. Then next Thursday starts our Thursday night hockey night here on the NCW Life channel. You can see that game against Nanaimo from earlier this month where they dropped the banners, had the championship ring ceremony, and all that kind of fun stuff. Seahawks in Detroit Sunday. Seattle coming off a bye week. They're 3-3. Detroit 3-3. Going to be a good game. That starts at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning on Fox. That's sports. I'm Eric Granstrom. And Grant, your dog, heading on vacation, so I'll be doing the whole works next week. In the meantime, aloha.
Thank you, Eric. Recapping tonight's top stories, a Chelan County SWAT team raid on a suspected drug house in Wenatchee yesterday afternoon shut down a portion of Mission Street for a period of time. Sheriff Brian Burnett reports in a news release that the raid on the home, located in the 200 block of North Chelan Avenue, was initiated by the Columbia River Drug Task Force after it received several recent complaints of suspected drug activity there. After cordoning off the area, officers arrested two 28-year-old men for illegal weapons charges. 3 other occupants were also taken into custody. A 3-block section of Chelan Avenue was closed for about an hour while nearby businesses were asked to shelter in place until the incident cleared. A fire late Thursday morning completely destroyed a motorhome on State Route 97 north of Orondo. Fire crews responded to the blaze around 11:45. State Patrol Trooper John Bryant posted this picture and said the RV contained a propane tank and firearm ammunition, which made it difficult to extinguish the blaze. Traffic was blocked on Highway 97 for a little over an hour with alternating lanes for a time after that. There were no injuries reported in that fire, and fire officials are still determining the cause. A California man was injured late this morning in a semi-truck accident on I-90 near Cle Elum. Washington State Patrol says the accident happened around 10:45 when the eastbound semi lost control, crossed all 3 lanes of the highway, struck the Jersey barrier, and came to rest, blocking 2 lanes of traffic. The interstate was fully reopened around 1 o'clock. The driver of the truck suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was transported to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. He was also charged with speeding. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host Dan Kuntz, I should say Monday morning, and news with Steve Hare. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
There's no substitute for the power of cable TV advertising. With Solion Cable TV Advertising, you can reach your target audience right here in North Central Washington. We understand their viewing habits and can precisely target your customers on great cable networks like these. Call Solion Broadcasting today and let us show you how to put your business message right in front of thousands of prospects at a very affordable price. Solion Broadcasting, 509-888-2020.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old, fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
The NCW Life channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and other stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa, and the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Life Channel is your local TV station.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.